Shame. Shame. Shame.
Yeah.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Shame them. What up, Wax? Shame them. Shame them all. Shame them all. Shame them fucking all. Shame TV East Watch. What the is up? YouTube. We are back in the fucking building. We should have never left the building.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
We should have never left the building. Y'all, please like, comment, and subscribe. When you come in the building, please let me get a like if you so inclined. You know what I'm saying? That's if you so inclined. If you not, you know, you can do the other thing and hit the other one. And I still like that too, because I like to know who I'm dealing with, you know? I don't buy bull. What's up? What's up? Yes, Shame TV. We are back, people, in the building. Ready to shame them. Ready to shame them all. We don't have any more room for
Shame. Shame.
for olive branches and shit.
Shame.
No more olive branches. No more letting certain people live and certain people not live, because niggas is lying just like everybody else out here. Niggas had me thinking they was like 19, 20 years old. Now I find out, nigga, you on your way to 25, goddamn 26 years old. Nigga, what the fuck? Ain't no goddamn kid.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Just you, as far as I'm concerned, you ain't. But Shame TV is back. What up? What up? Appreciate it. I appreciate the love. That show should have been on this channel. That show right there last night, that should have been right here. But it's okay. We're gonna rock out from here on. From here on out, we're gonna be rocking out right here. You know what I'm saying? Peace, peace. Welcome. Y'all come in. We got some shaming to do. Yes. So right now, guys, while we waiting for everybody to come on in, I'm gonna go ahead and let everybody know what's going on and where I'm coming from right now. Number one, I've been on something for a while dealing with the Moors, as far as me being a part of it, not necessarily a Temple Moor. I never kind of got down with the Temple Moor thing, because I always said, if I'm a Moor because I'm a Moor, not because I'm in some temple. That shouldn't have any bearing on whether I'm actually a Moor or not. That used to be my position, you know what I'm saying, on coming from Moor science. So that's how I dealt with that. But, you know, I have been going at the Moors for a while now. And the reason is because I know what a lot of other people don't know about it.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
See, what they always do is they tell you the glory about it, the glory stories, and you don't have to do this. And you can try, what up, Keisha Ray? You can travel this way. You can do this way. They love telling you that shit. But what they don't tell you is the gaslights, the stories where you just totally gaslighted in that courtroom, where the train wrecks, where you totally just muscled and hustled in front of everybody, which they do all the fucking time. So that's my thing with the Moors. That was my issue with the Moors. Now you got other niggas running around here calling people evil, and we're gonna touch on that shit tonight. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna touch on people being evil and what the fuck that really means. And as you can see in the title, it says Moors are Mason and evil, because that is what the going saying is right now in the conscious community. Also, I want to shout out to Chemo whenever he come in here. I'm already working on the comic right now. I was working on it right before I came on this stream. We will be having a comic coming out. It will be well called Welcome to the Conscious, Welcome to Black Consciousness. Fuck. I'm gonna show these niggas you ain't nobody. You niggas ain't shit. You niggas think y'all talented. You ain't shit. You niggas is just hustlers. And like I said, the only thing that's saving your ass, the only thing that's saving you is that a nigga is gainfully employed and goes out and hustle every day to make funny money for my family, nigga. That's what. Triple C, welcome back to you know where we are. But yeah, that's the only reason, man. That's the only reason you niggas is winning, or not winning, but even so-called still existing on this shit, nigga. If I was a broke, unemployed Israel doctrine type nigga, as far as not being doing shit every day, just home all day, you niggas would have been destroyed by now. I guarantee the shit. Actually putting my energy into this shit. What up, my nigga D Prince? Yeah. You see it. You see where we are. East Watch is back. What's up, Sheena Waller? Hey, what's going on? Glad you could come over and make it. Yes. Shame TV's only, you know we only talking to 40 people. Niggas want to be YouTube famous, nigga.
Shame.
Don't nobody know you,
Shame.
niggas. I don't care. Even it's a brother out here. What's his name? Brother Phil from the Advice Show got 500,000 subscribers, nigga. He's shitting on all you niggas. And the whole crazy part about it, he don't never talk about that shit. He don't never run his mouth about that shit and act like he running something. And the last part about it, the main reason I brought it up, and still don't nobody know who the fuck that nigga is.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
I'm here to tell you, yo, you're not famous. It's not like you think you are. Not like you think you are. Nigga, I done been out and I've been seen 3 times now, nigga, by people who fuck with my page. I'm out in the world getting coffee and shit.
Shame.
So if it's happening
Shame.
to me and don't nobody
Shame.
know who the fuck I am, nigga, how you think I think you're famous too? You don't nobody know you, nigga. I know you little niggas, but they gonna know you. Ask Michael Edwards. You fuck around with me and you think you famous and you acting like you want to be famous. Oh, we'll make you infamous over this motherfucker. Don't you worry about it. I'll make your ass infamous.
Shame. Shame.
And lastly, part of this stream tonight, the question is going out. If you are a jackass, now if you are a jackass, what up 504? If you are a jackass, is that my parents' fault or your parents' fault? We're going to be asking that question. I think we should lead off with that question right now. So let's lead off with that. Right now, you got certain individuals, you know what I'm saying, running around the community attempting to galvanize all our children, a younger group of people, basically our children, our little brothers, our nephews, little cousins, sons, daughters, etc., nephews, nieces, galvanizing them into this, what is called older people hate. Now, this individual, again, how we operate over here is specifics. And the reason why this individual hit my radar is because I kept saying, you know what, man, you being subliminal as a motherfucker as far as I'm concerned, because who the fuck are you talking to? Like, to somebody who's 17, somebody who's 25, 27 is old. They be calling them old. To somebody who's like my age, in my late 30s, nigga, if you 50-something years old, I consider you an old person. Like, you getting old, you're an older person. Because you're like 50-something, nigga. That don't mean nothing, good or bad. I'm just saying, like, yo, it's actually good because you're still here kicking it. But I'm just saying, like, yo, that's what I consider old. What do you guys mean by old? So we having this another person with a large platform that chooses to take that platform and gear that shit around, shitting on his own people, but doing it in a way where they garner sympathy and admiration for doing it, much like Sarnetta. And I'm gonna tell you, Sarnetta has trained these niggas well.
Shame.
He's trained these niggas
Shame.
well.
Shame.
You got people running around here, popping their fucking mouth all over YouTube, telling our kids don't fuck, not how to discern between elders that are really about the cause and really about the people, but just all of them, all these old motherfuckers. Who you calling an old motherfucker? Because nigga, my grandparents was back then. My grandfather was actually one of them niggas who was a marchy nigga. He was marching with all them niggas, getting sprayed, hoping that they could make a change and all that shit. So who the fuck you talking to, nigga? Like, whose parents and elders are you talking to? Because every time I hear you talk, you start going in on your personal experience with elders. And I keep telling you, that's your fucking personal experience with people. That's your personal experience that you are going through. That's why I said when I started getting on Cynthia G when she kept Black men abandoning their families. I'm like, first off, I think that is European propaganda, because as I sit here right now in this chair, I still don't know any Black men that are my friends or that are related to me that have children and do not fuck with their kids and take care of their kids. I don't know any. I dare all of you to look through your family, and you may find one, maybe two in a large family. For the most part, nigga, where's all these niggas who are not taking care of their kids at? Because I don't know any.
Shame. Shame.
When I go down the list,
Shame.
I could go down the list of niggas in my family. Every male that is in my family on my mother's side and my father's side that has children has his fucking kids. Every male that I work with every day at my job that has children, all of them, I've actively seen their children and seen them engaged with their children. So I don't know where all these niggas who don't take care of their kids, except the ones who are caught up in systemic racism, which is called, the industrial penitentiary system.
Shame.
But I don't know what the fuck these niggas talking about. So that's why I got on her like, yo, I don't know what you're talking about. That's your father. Your father was a piece of shit. Or your father decided to abandon you, nigga. Don't be putting that shit on Black men. That's your father's fault. And I'm saying the same thing with this nigga so-called talking shit about people's elders, because apparently he said it more than once that nobody did anything for him. So again, to me, I'll say it one more time. If I ever hear any of my sons being grown men, being at least 17 to 19 years old and older, running around talking about beating their chest, talking about how nobody did nothing for them, I will cave their fucking chest in. You won't have to beat on your chest. I'll beat on that shit for you. If you ever come out again, I wish I was next to this little nigga. Because I'd be like, yo, bro, on some real shit, it's all love. It's always going to be all love, even if I'm saying shit you don't like. It's going to still ultimately be all love. I don't want to kill you. I don't want to see you dead. I don't want to see you harmed. I don't want to see you in jail. I don't want to see none of that shit. But at the same time, I damn sure don't want to see no grown-ass fucking man on no fucking social media platform whining and bitching about who didn't do something for him when he was a little kid. Are you serious? Are you serious? And the reason, and me and my man used to talk about this a long time ago, man, and it's so valid now. You know what? It's a lot of bitch ass niggas reproducing. That's where you getting this whiny bitch shit from men. Because it's niggas like little bitch ass niggas like him is reproducing a lot. So then they're bringing forth more little bitch ass little nigga men like him. Who ultimately your whole mission is to turn all your people against their ancestors, the same niggas who helped get you to this point. I don't understand how a motherfucker is going to sit there and say nobody did nothing for him, but you still alive. Somebody did somewhere in the line, somewhere down the line, somebody gave a fuck about you. They gave a fuck about you enough to feed you, nigga. That's your family. I heard this nigga Pharaoh say on a live stream, if he won $1 billion or however much the amount that he said was, he could name 20 family members right off tops that he wouldn't give nothing to. Nigga, I can't name 2 family members that I wouldn't give money to. That's why I keep saying it's your family. You were born in a piece of shit family, dog. You cannot take your fucking platform and take that shit and take the fact that you were born in a shitty ass family. You cannot take that shit and take your platform and galvanize a whole bunch of younger kids into thinking that they've been done wrong by their elders. Some of them niggas who's gonna sit there and do the same shit I was doing. Man, our elders dropped the ball. That was my saying. I didn't say fuck the elders. I used to say they dropped the ball. I used to be like, all these niggas dropped the ball. We supposed to do this and they supposed to do that until I became a man and realized, nigga, yo, what the fuck is you talking about, nigga? This is Earth, nigga. I thought you went to the galaxies and shit. You should know that you sitting on a planet that ain't got no rules. The only rules on Earth are the ones that humans make, generally. Other than Mother Nature. There ain't no fucking rules. The fuck is the supposed to team do? Who started supposed to? Who started that campaign? What somebody's supposed to do for you? Then you got niggas who will sit there and jump on that campaign, who actually have parents that are looking out for them, but they're gonna overlook that because they're infatuated with this little nigga. Who, by the way, went on, where all of this is coming from is because this nigga went on a fucking tirade the other day, which I completely backed him, about how he's going to clean the community of the Moors, of all this shit like that. What the fuck does Kev Gills know about Moors? This nigga said that he's an African American whilst simultaneously having an Aboriginal movement.
Shame. Shame.
You think I'm about to sit here and let you niggas replace Sonetta with this bullshit? You think I'm about to sit here and let you replace Sonetta with this bullshit? I thought you niggas was supposed to be replacing this nigga and bringing the same real heat, like opening up your channel to people coming on and having debates and lectures, etc. I thought that's what you meant by taking this shit out and taking over. I didn't know, nigga, you meant the same fucking thing. You plan on doing the same shit Sonetta and them doing. They're all finished. They're all done. All these niggas is just playing games. Tell me how the fuck can a 24, 25-year-old man, which is a grown ass man in the realm of
shame,
Earth, you are what is called
shame,
a grown ass man. You are a grown ass man. Stop talking about your age, because you just did that shit with the Nation of Islam people. That's the reason, I'm going to tell y'all right now, that's the reason I made the fucking video. Like, yo, this little nigga could say what he want to say, even though it sounds fucked up. Nigga, you could have said that shit better, but at the same time, the Nation of Islam, yo, y'all got a history of fucking bullying black people when we say shit about you. And then I'm thinking that this nigga is like 21 years old or some shit like that, just turned 21, 20 years old. And I'm like, yo, this young kid, this nigga's still a kid technically, yo. He just had a baby, blah, blah, blah. Come to find out, motherfucker, you like 25 years old. Nigga, you ain't no fucking kid.
Shame.
The fuck you, why you keep saying
Shame.
that? You're not a kid no more, G. Let it go, man. I'm trying to tell you, manhood is better, Joe. When your stomach drop, man, and you walk around as a man, you dress yourself nice, put your little ring on, your little watch, you know what I'm saying, your little chain, go to store and shit, picking shit up, ladies checking me out and shit. Now you'll feel good about yourself. You ain't gotta pretend that you the young phenom part two.
Shame. Shame.
Kev
Shame.
Gills, nigga. Damn, young Pharaoh, you killed the whole everything. That one move lets me know mentally where you are. That one move let me know mentally where the fuck you are, yo. But it is what it is. I think that he needs to get addressed though, like he's getting addressed tonight. And the main reason he's getting addressed is because, like I said, I don't do talking about everybody because yours is fucked up. Meaning, I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. He don't want to grow up. He's a black consciousness kid. Then the same nigga who run around telling these niggas don't listen to these pro-black niggas while he's out here basically being a new age pro-black nigga.
Shame. Shame.
Or are you?
Shame.
Because I never met nobody in my life who claimed to be so smart, who should know that 90% of the shit that his people engage in is because they have no other choice. If black folks had a fucking real choice, dog, we would have been had our own cities and you would have been born within our own cities.
Shame. Shame.
That would have been happening. My whole thing is, nigga, in 5 measly years, which is, like I said, see, you don't understand yet because you just came out of your teenage years about 5, 6 years ago. Nigga, this shit goes pretty fucking quick. Once you get past 17, 18, that shit starts rambling off pretty goddamn fast. You like, goddamn, it's Christmas again. It starts going pretty quick. And in 4 or 5 years, nigga, you're going to be 30 fucking years old. You still going to be running around talking about you control the youth? You think that some 19-year-old nigga ain't going to be coming through looking at you and they're saying, yo, this nigga not doing shit. This nigga pop off a lot. This nigga say a lot. I'm just tired of all of this HOK shit-ish. And this shit is starting to turn into the HOK part 2-ish, 2.0. Let me say a bunch of feel-good shit like resources. Let me say a bunch of feel-good shit like unity. Let me say a bunch of feel-good shit like the youth. Let me say a bunch of whole feel-good shit like they let us down, but we got a plan and all this shit. And then here we go. I donate. Do you donate to this person and that person? You nigga, do you know that it's been black people for the last 10, 15, maybe 20 years who make it their personal business to every time they come out of a store, to hand money to black people that they see panhandling? They probably been doing it so long that whatever little bullshit donation you talking about, it trumps that in amount of money. So stop throwing out shit that you do to try to act like you one-upping niggas. That's HOK shit. Keep it fucking real. Keep it 100 fucking %. Sarnetta's gonna fucking thrash them niggas, yo. Sarnetta's gonna destroy them niggas, and I'm gonna fucking crack up. You're gonna let Filthy Frank bring you down.
Shame.
He can't even fuck with me. And I don't even, I bet this page, my pages ain't nowhere near big. And this nigga can't even fuck with me. I got plenty of audio that I could play to just reduce Sarnetta to a troll in my chat. But here we go. What else do we have to talk about tonight, guys? Moors or Mason? We already heard it before. Brother Hakeem Bey, Hakeem H.Y. Bey, came out, told the world, took credit, and said that, hey, we did what we had to do. We created this masonry as a vehicle to teach these Europeans. That is what he said. That is something that I've heard echoed throughout the community, as far as the Moorish community, for a long ass fucking time. That is not something that's new. That's not something that's basically secret. That's why I don't understand how the fuck Group didn't know that shit. But we heard the brother say already that Moors are Mason. I'm gonna let y'all hear it real quick, and then we're gonna move the fuck on, because we're gonna talk about evil.
It was a divine plan. America didn't happen by chance. All this was part of the divine plan that this would come about. The Moors then had a plan for a new world order, a one world, new world order. That was a Moorish plan originally. The Europeans inherited that plan through the Masonic Lodge, which was the vehicle by which we civilized and taught the Europeans.
The problem is we started thinking like the colonists to know what you are.
James Monroe, John Jay, John Hancock, Paul Revere, John Paul Jones,
This is Minister
and James
Farrakhan.
Otis. Later on in 1870, out of Freemasonry came a higher order of Masons called the Shriners.
Now, remember that higher order, no matter what they say, whether it's a higher order, a lower order, whatever the case may be, it all originated with the Moors. It all originated with the Moors. The Moors are not saying that they are not Mason. Oh, well, Root be saying it, but other than that, the Moors are not saying that they are not Mason. As a matter of a fact, they're saying that they created the shit.
Now, the difference between Masons and Shriners is that to be a Shriner, you must be a master Mason in good standing. Now, those of you who don't know anything about this, just hold your seats. I'll get back to you in a second. A Shriner belongs to the ancient Arabic order of the nobles of the mystic shrine. Wait. What kind of language is that? And all their temples or mosques are named after cities like Mecca, Medina, Syria, Aleppo. These are all parts of the Muslim world.
A Muslim world that the Moors claim to control. Do they not say that those lands are really controlled and ruled by the Moors? Okay.
So Arabic is in their name to describe the nobles. And a noble is a hereditary class that has special social, political status in a country or state. And all white Shriners have an exalted or noble political and social status in America and nations throughout the world. Now they talk about this mystic shrine, meaning that there's some mystery attached to the shrine itself. And what is a shrine? It's a sacred place of worship associated with a holy person or a holy event, a container for sacred relics such as the bones of a saint, the tomb of a holy place, person, or other revered figure. Well, who is the saint that is entombed in the shrine? Oh, boy. Who is that holy person whose bones are in that shrine? It's not just the bones of an architect of King Solomon's temple. No, that's cheap stuff. What is entombed in the shrine are the bones of those who are connected to the originator, and with him are the architects of that which you call universe and all therein. Now, this holy person is now entombed in mystery, meaning that there's a secretive knowledge of that tomb that is only given to those who are master masons. These people are called Muslim Shriners or Muslim sons.
Okay, Muslim Shriners or Muslim sons. So we've already established that Root, Young Pharaoh, among a whole bunch of internet people, go around and they call Masons evil. Now, we also know that the Moors have taken responsibility completely for Freemasonry, the Illuminati, New World Order, and the whole 9 yards, which would automatically make Moors Mason, the original Masons. So if Moors are Mason and Masons are evil, then apparently anyone who associates with Islam, Moor science, anything, you are automatically evil. We're going to get into that, but you're automatically evil.
We get a question in our lessons. Why does Muhammad make the devil study from 35 to 50 years before he can call himself a Muslim son and wear the greatest and only flag of the universe? Why must he add a sword on the upper part? Oh, yeah, there. But make it big, man. Let the people see what I'm talking about. Now, you have to remember this question is put to us by Master Farad Muhammad. And if you notice all the Shriner temples, you see that crescent, that star with a sword over it. You think they don't know Islam? Well, now, if you look at this,
he's basically saying Islam is Mason.
This sword is over it, meaning that any time that any Shriner reveals the secret of what's in that tomb,
D Prince, not according to Young Pharaoh,
they would pay with their
Masons
lives.
Just
well, what is the secret
like
of the ancient Arabic order of the noble of the mystic shrine? It is you. It is your destiny. It is your future.
Thank you, Snoop Dogg.
It is your origin that has been kept a secret from you, but was known by the founding fathers of this country and known by the present day rulers. Now, I want you to listen good. Elijah Muhammad said, you are the direct descendants of God himself. I'm going to say it again. You are the direct descendant of the originator of the heavens and the earth, and you are the natural Khalifa of God himself. Listen, listen.
Now, God must be evil as well, because for whatever it's worth, the average Muslim that I've met, whether they were an NOI Muslim, whether they were an Orthodox Muslim, wasn't really that bad of a person. They were generally people who did their best as far as I was concerned and what I saw of trying to be decent motherfuckers walking around here, man. Just decent people walking around. That's what I seen. Not an automatic evil. You're just right off the bat, you're evil. I don't understand that shit.
Marcel Adai was 18 years old and a member of an East London gang called the Hoxton Boys. On a September night last year, he was chased and stabbed 12 times. This was no random attack. He'd been targeted after appearing in this video with his own gang. This is just an edited excerpt, but this was enough for him to end up another victim linked to the growing, senseless, violent, provoking world online. 4 were convicted today of his murder. An Old Bailey jury was told of their plan, how they drove in convoy into Marcel's gang territory, how they sought him out, how they hunted him down and then killed him round the corner from his home, round the corner from where he lived with his grandparents.
Now, I didn't even pick a gang in America. These are all black kids. These is all brothers, all right? Just to let you know that evil is not just an American thing. Evil is something that's worldwide. I'm going to let y'all hear it one more time before we talk.
Marcel Adai was 18 years old and a member of an East London gang called the Hoxton Boys. On a September night last year, he was chased and stabbed 12 times. This was no random attack. He'd been targeted after appearing in this video with his own gang. This is just an edited excerpt, but this was enough for him to end up another victim linked to the growing, senseless, violent, provoking world online. 4 were convicted today of his murder. An Old Bailey jury was told of their plan, how they drove in convoy into Marcel's gang territory, how they sought him out, how they hunted him down and then killed him round the corner from his home, round the corner from where he lived with his grandparents.
Our heart goes out to the families of the offenders. We pray that they will come out of prison reformed characters. We miss Marcel very much. He was not an angel, but there was hope while he was alive. The love and the efforts of the family will have seen him through the dark patch he was going through. Thank you very much.
Channel 4 News focused on Marcel's murder in a film earlier this year on the rapid escalation of gang violence and the part played by gang YouTube videos.
I still need sweets for that 10 thing.
8 were used as evidence in the trial, including this one, posted online before the murder by one of the fellows caught gang members who was convicted today.
So this nigga posted a video. They basically rapping about their gangs. So they're making gang videos, making rap videos about their gangs and carrying shit out, meaning so that they can have something to rap about. So the one kid, Marcel, he makes a fucking rap video talking shit, popping shit in the rap video. Next thing you know, these people deliberately go look for this nigga and murder this nigga right basically down the street from his crib, right around the corner. Right out on the street, just murder him. Okay? Just life gone, killed, done, over. So the same nigga that does it turns right around and makes a rap video about what him and these niggas did to him. Now, I ask you people right now, I ask you guys right now, in all seriousness, whoever ends up hearing this video, whoever hears this video, is that evil? Is that not evil? Are those acts that I just talked about and just described, of you deliberately clicking up, they must be Mason, to perpetrate some evil shit like that, they must be Mason.
Before the murder by one of the fellows caught gang members who was convicted today. What was the relevance of the videos?
Well, it can be several key ingredients. I mean, certainly in terms of proving association between individuals, and also potentially just displaying how they are behaving at a certain time at a certain place.
Channel 4 News understands there's been at least one high-level meeting between Met senior police officers and Google this year. The US technology giants were asked to take down videos like this one, which police feared were fueling gang violence on the street.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
So not only are these niggas doing this shit, not only are they killing their own people, not only are they killing their own people, they making fucking rap videos about how they was in the street killing people, doing all this shit like that. Now, we all know that, yo, that's not nothing new. That's how this world is going right now. That's what niggas is doing. Okay? But what I don't get, yo, is the fact that how a nigga could come out and overlook all of that shit. Meaning, you're going to take your focus of hate and anger and all of that shit and point all of that shit at older people. You're going to point that energy, that fucking, all the shit that you did, all the fucked up shit that you did and you was doing, you're going to take that energy and you're going to point all of that shit at older people and say it's them, it's their fault, how they let you down. How they didn't make you do the right thing. How they didn't have it set up for you to do the right thing. You're not going to take none of that energy and focus on who's really doing this shit, which is you. You're the one out here running the streets, shooting at niggas, banging with niggas, making videos about shooting at niggas and banging at niggas. Not forget that.
Shame. Shame.
Making videos about
shame.
And your excuse for doing all of that shit is to say how nobody cared about you and nobody cared about you enough to do nothing for you or love you or anything of the sort. That's your fucking excuse.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
All I have to say to that is, I'm pretty sure somebody tried to steer you in the right direction. And I'm pretty sure that you rebuke that shit every fucking time. I'm pretty sure that you took pride in running out and running through the streets and bodying niggas and doing shit like that. I'm guarantee you took pride in that.
Corey
shit.
Morgan stated that since his brother was killed and his mother had been shot, he was going to kill grandmas, mothers, and children. Morgan.
Now, this is a young kid whose family members getting killed by gang niggas running around, busting guns at niggas, shooting niggas, and gang violence. This little boy, still just a fucking child, already has the mentality to say, you know what? I'm going to go around and I'm going to do the same exact thing. I'm going to do some evil shit. Now, there's 2 points I want to take away from this. One, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Is that not evil? To just go around killing grandmothers, mothers, fathers for no other reason than you and your feelings? Yes, it's evil. I still feel for that little nigga, but I still, at the same time, I can't allow you to do that, bro. If I was around him, I would do whatever I could to at least talk to the nigga. Talk to the little brother, but at the same time, yo, that shit's evil. Also, at the same time, are you telling me that he's only in that situation directly at the fault of his mother? It just started with her? Because I'm pretty sure it was going on way before it got to her. The problems of that family existed long before just her having him, and then she's just so fucked up. So now, nah, it was probably going on before that. For people who like to blame people who are older than them for some shit. I wonder how many little niggas see you running around, running the streets, and now they running around, running the streets.
Doty and another uncharged co-defendant were all members of the Black Peace Stones, and they began going out daily,
He's got the nerve, man.
Armed with guns, looking to retaliate. At one point, Doty set up a surveillance of Tyshawn's grandmother so he could kill her in order to draw out rival gang members. He also stated that his original plan was to torture this child by kidnapping and cutting off his fingers and his ears.
Is that not sadistic? Is that not sadistic? Wasn't you in a gang, G? That's what y'all niggas do? That's some evil ass shit. I mean, it might sound scary to somebody a woman, a single mother, or something like that. That shit don't impress me. You niggas still little niggas. Stomp you niggas, yo, like a fucking ant. But at the same time, that shit's fucking evil, bro. That's disgusting. That is fucking. What could be worse than? That's horrible, man. I didn't know they made Masons that young.
On November 2nd, 2015, Doty and the same two co-defendants were seeking further gang retaliation when they arrived at Dawes Park at 80th and Damon. They eventually saw 9-year-old Tyshawn Lee, who was—
His name is Tyshawn Lee, not Tyshawn L. So I don't think he's a Moor neither. So I don't think he's a Mason, and I don't think he's a Moor. But he's definitely evil as fuck.
In the play lot at the park. Tyshawn had gone to the swing set his basketball down, and was playing on the swings. Morgan and the third defendant left the play lot and drove away in an SUV, and Doty stayed behind in the playground area. Doty then picked up Tyshawn's basketball and began dribbling it a few times before giving it back to Tyshawn. He then asked the child if he wanted to go to the store. When Tyshawn said he didn't have any money, Doty told him he would buy him whatever he wanted. Tyshawn and Doty were then seen walking off together out of the park and into a nearby alley. Once they reached the middle of the alley, Doty took out a gun and shot Tyshawn multiple times at close range. This defendant was facing the child when he shot him.
Now, in my opinion, even though the one who shot him, he's a kid himself. Well, to me, you know what I'm saying? He's young. He's in his he's a teenager. The point being, that's some evil ass shit. As a father and just a man, period, listening to that, but especially as a father, that is the most heartbreaking shit that every day that shit is going on, man. Every day, man, I watch these kids who got potential to be great, potential to be just good people, man, get sucked up in this game. And once that shit happens, I automatically be casting them off because I know that it's like being a drug addict, man. Not too many people come back from that. Like most of the people who started smoking crack cocaine in the 80s are still smoking it if they're alive or dead from smoking it. They don't generally come back. It's the strong few who come back and be normal and be themselves again. But I see this shit. I know what this shit looks like. How these little niggas are really blinded of doing this shit to each other, but nobody is kidnapping any of these people who are, you know, oppressing you constantly with systemic racism. It's another conversation. If you're going to galvanize the youth, that's what you should be galvanizing them towards. Beat your chest and play war with the people who are actually warring against us. Exactly. Been smoking cigarettes since they was fucking teenagers. 14. Still doing it. Some don't, some quit. They're strong. You got people who've been taught this lifestyle from the time that they was young. But what I'm doing right now is something that I don't allow on my show. I don't allow people to count to 5 starting at 3. See, when you start talking about what your elders did, we have to start saying, so let's examine these elders. Let's see why these elders did X, Y, Z. Oh, these elders were under fucking oppression themselves. These same elders you're talking about are under the same oppression that you are now. Right now.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
But what we're focusing on right now is this evil shit. Because root words, young Pharaoh, among others, have been constantly bombarding our ears with this notion that if you, what's up, Tamara? If you are a Mason or a Moor or a Muslim, you are then automatically evil. Now, I listened to it. I said, okay, I'm listening. But then I have to say, okay, now I have to take that and I have to apply it to this. And I have to also apply it to people in general who I know who go by these titles, because there is no such thing as a Moor. There is no such thing as a Mason. There's no such thing as any of those things, a Christian, etc. They're just people who call themselves these things and share an idea whilst calling themselves these things.
Shame.
Okay,
shame.
Let's just be factual.
Shame.
That's why I always tell them, just because I know you'll hear it, just so you know, you'll never defeat me in any type of engagement. Fuck you talking about? Niggas is weak. But these people that I've met throughout my life, I've met Masons, I've met Moors, I've met gangbangers to the point where it was one on one side, one on the opposite side, and I didn't give a fuck about none of that shit when you came to my room, nigga. When you came to my room, you better be respectful. You can sit down and niggas holler, talk about just real life shit. The fuck? You got bigger problems than looking at yourself, arguing with yourself. These are things that I said to niggas who was younger than me. And at the time, my G, I was 26. Right around the age somebody is now. Fronting like they 19 and shit. You got a lot to learn, and that shit has to do with respect. And that made me look at this nigga Seti like, yo, what the fuck is you doing? Like, yo, you could holler at that nigga, and make that nigga like, yo, G, you could say shit, but don't say shit like that, nigga. Why would you offend niggas? Like, what are you, a shock jock? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you come out and throw out a picture of Malcolm X? Man, niggas banging on NYC. Malcolm X talking about he's a pedophile. And he's a brother like, yo, man, you ain't trying to be respectful. Just because you didn't cuss don't mean you wasn't trying to be disrespectful.
Shame.
We all know what nice
Shame.
nasty means, yo.
Shame.
And it appears we all know what nice nasty means. Telling you niggas, I keep it 100% real. Then I'ma see if you fake in any way, man. I'ma see that shit in you, man. I'ma see that shit in you, dog. If you a fucking fraud, I'ma see that shit. Eventually, I'ma find it. You're gonna do something, and I'ma be like, what? I'ma look at you weird. You're gonna do something, and I'ma look at you weird, like, oh, that's how this nigga really is. Got you. You're gonna do it. So since we talking about evil, we just listen to gangbangers and their deeds from not just in America, but overseas. So this is global. We're talking about these niggas is gangbanging globally now. Every black kid in every place, no matter where they at, are engaged in this shit because they think it's cool. And they're doing the same thing that these niggas is doing, making whole rap videos about the shit. Making whole rap videos about it, just like these other YouTube niggas who fronting like they not black power niggas, who doing the same shit, and who also got ulterior motives for entertainment careers. Didn't I tell y'all this shit, man? This shit is loving hip hop. Why did I say that a couple months ago when I was like, yo, this shit is just like fucking loving hip hop? You want to know why? When you watch Loving Hip Hop, what is everybody on Loving Hip Hop? Everybody's either an actress, a model, actor, singer, model, actress, etc. Everybody's some sort of fucking entertainer.
Shame.
Am I wrong? Look at the fucking show.
Shame.
Everybody, and if they're not an entertainer, they're a producer or they're a manager or they're a booker or some shit like that. None of them engage in it for real. But that's what everyone on Loving Hip Hop is got dreams and aspirations of putting out an album. Some sort of rap album or singing album or whatever the fuck. Look through this conscious shit and start watching that shit. Watch who the nigga who's aspiring to be a fucking DJ, and watch for the nigga who's aspiring to be a fucking rap star, and watch for the nigga who's gonna be leading a new singing group, conscious singing. All these niggas got all these fucking entertainment. They're using this shit like Polite did to gain fame. At the end of the day, they see that they can make money off this shit. I don't get it.
Shame.
Oh,
shame.
There's so many easy ways to just make money. Shame TV 2. I said I'm not going to be up here all night tonight. I'm only giving, Shame TV. I'm sorry, East Watts. We're back. I get a bell for that. Evil.
Shame. Shame.
We heard some very evil deeds here tonight. And none of these things were committed by Moors, and none of those evil deeds were committed by Masons. And so we do have to ask the question, if Moors are Mason and Masons are evil and Muslims are Mason and are evil for whatever the fuck the reason. I don't even know what the goddamn arbitrary reason now that they're evil.
Shame.
No one even told me that.
Shame. Shame.
No one even told me that.
Shame.
I would like to know why they're evil.
Shame. Shame.
I would really like to know. If somebody could help me out and explain to me how the evil that you heard, the hunting down and the killing of these fucking kids, the kidnapping, literally you kidnapped some fucking body, took them in an alley, popped them in the head over your set. A 9-year-old kid.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
That's what you did. But according to certain people in this so-called black conscious or conscious community, none of those things are evil, because the only people who are capable of being evil are Masons,
Shame.
Muslims,
Shame.
and Moors. Well, I've been asking the question for facts, at least some evil deeds, so that I could put them up. I'll even screen share and put them up so everyone can see some of these evil deeds that everybody's committing. And we'll move on from there. But as of late, I don't hear none of that shit. But what I do know for a fact is niggas who's engaged in this street shit, the same shit you talk about, same shit you put in rap videos, that's some evil ass shit. Is that why you trying to make it seem like everybody else is evil and not the shit that you was doing?
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Is that what's going on? You don't want us to focus on your evil? Is that why it's this charge being led? You're leading a charge of blaming somebody else for why you was doing some shit? You trying to lead a charge for that so we don't look at you? A monkey with a monk. Yeah, this shit is crazy, man. Shame TV, East Watch. We are back. We are happy to be back. We missed you. Shame TV missed YouTube. I was in YouTube purgatory jail, whatever you want to call it. They just let me out, people. We're going to do longer streams, I promise. But I also want to continue to be streaming on Shame TV too. So we got to go before they flag me again for playing music in the background. I love this. I love that y'all came and chatted with me. Snapella, Tamara, Keisha Ray, Triple C, Thankful Sunday. I don't know where you came from, but thanks for coming through. Miss Woody by Nature. Who else was in here? D Prince was in here, of course. Trinity was in here. Thank you for coming. Chemo, my G. I don't buy bull. I just love saying that because I don't buy bull. Fuck out of here with that shit. Stop calling everybody evil and stop trying to turn my sisters and cousins and aunts' kids against them. Saying with some ball they dropped because you had a fucked up upbringing and you didn't listen when people were trying to steer you in the right direction. Nigga, kick rocks with that bullshit. Shame TV, we are back.
Shame. Shame.
We are going to have some
Shame.
fucking fun this week. We are going to go into Sonetta in the live stream Sonetta had tonight when he was naming off the people he was giving awards to. Y'all should have seen that debacle. I went through there, though. I said hello to Sekhmet. She was in there. What's up, Sekhmet?
Shame. Shame.
What's good with you, Sekhmet?
Shame.
I want to interview you, Sekhmet. That's why I said what I said. I'd like to interview Sekhmet. Would you guys like an interview with Sekhmet on Shame TV? We'd like to hear her side of the story because I heard a lot of shit about you, Sekhmet, and I don't know if that shit's true or not. So I'd like to have a story with you. An interview with you and hear your story. And I'm not like these other people. I'll let you just tell everything the fuck you got to tell me. Whatever you want to say, you can say that shit. And it'll be what it is. So even about my page, if you got, some critique. But we like Sister Sekhmet's version of the story that we've been hearing about certain things in this whole house. Maybe you can convince us, Sekhmet, that Sonetta is really a good guy, And
Shame.
not the guy that we think he
Shame.
is.
Shame.
Shame TV East Watch. I'm out, guys, because I'm out, I did a show last night. I wasn't going to stay long, so I knew I wasn't going to stay on. I just wanted to do a stream because I haven't done one in so long up here. So, peace.